This is a Cincy fan talking with LP. You can catch me on Twitter. That's a Cincy fan talking. You say it like it sounds, just leave off the G. If you have ideas for the show, you can reach me at Cincy_fan talk at yahoo.com. If you have any suggestions for the show, make sure you leave them there. Who knows, you might find yourself as part of the show. Any feedback would be definitely appreciated. And also, make sure you hit the Linktree page that's on my Twitter. Make sure you click on that. You can find all the different ways to contact me there. Enjoy the show. What's up? What's going on, everybody out there in podcast land? Welcome to another episode of a Cincy fan talking with LP. And of course, this is yours truly, LP. Welcome back to the pod. Appreciate everybody listening, everybody stopping past, checking me out for a little spell. Everybody listening to the previous episodes as well. Blessings for that, y'all. Appreciate y'all going back and kind of seeing how the mind works. You know, the ups and downs of LP as, you know, I talk about sports and life since this is the sports and life pod. So appreciate y'all for checking me out. Definitely keep listening. So I'm gonna do my 6-minute Bengals thing. Alright. Like I said, I'm gonna try to put it to like 6 minutes. Alright. and then we're gonna jump into some college stuff. Ohio State made the college football playoff. Happy about it. Not for the reason you might think though. So we're gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about some transfer portal stuff and how I think it's really cool and other people just super duper hate it. And then we're gonna do some movie stuff because y'all know I like my movies. We're gonna make that a little different though. We're gonna talk about overrated sports movies. So make sure you stick and stay for that. So if you time your boy on this to try to see if he live in his words, if he live in his lyrics, you want to start the timer on the Bengal stuff right about now. Bengals got the dub, man. They got the W. They beat the Chiefs 27-24. A really good game. Even if you weren't a fan of either team, this was a really good football game. The offenses were clicking at times. The defenses made some stands. The Bengals got a big turnover. And the Bengals got that defense, man. It's been like this for the past couple years. Everybody loves the defense. I like the defense. I'm bordering on love because I finally understand how they play. Like, I get it. It's maddening to watch somebody just drive straight down the field on the first drive and just like bing, bing, bing. Like, if you look at the Bengals' first drives on defense, they're usually giving up touchdowns. But it's kind of like they're getting data, you know what I mean? Like, they're getting information on how to play their opponent. So they might give up 7, they might give up 3, but I'm learning that the Bengals defense, they will kick it in and they will get the job done. You just got to trust that when you see them driving down the field on the Bengals defense, it's not like the team is trash. It's more like we're learning what to do and what not to do against the team we're playing because every single team is different. Every team has a different offensive agenda, and I like how the defense makes adjustments. You know, if a team they're playing against, if they drive straight down the field running the ball, the Bengals fix that. They'll make you throw. If they're like ping, ping, pinging with the passes, the Bengals will make you run the ball. Like, they'll take away what you like to do and force you to do it the other way. And I like that about the Bengals. You know, they don't have the flashy defense. They don't have like the big star that, you know, they'll put on the marquee and, you know, so-and-so in the Cincinnati Bengals. Like, that's not it. their faces are on the offense. The defense, they're those like, we don't care about the recognition, we getting the job done. I appreciate that about the defense. That's what you need from a defense. Complimentary football is what they call it, I suppose. But I'm on Twitter. People just talking reckless. And when I say people, I mean like a few Kansas City fans just talking reckless. Like, and I just kind of put it out there. I'm like, everybody look at this. You can tell the Bengals are here now because look at all the hate that you seeing from the other team. And, you know, they tried to call me out like, well, y'all don't have a Super Bowl. And I'm like, okay, you got that. I don't know how much longer y'all can be able to live that out. But, I mean, y'all got that off. And then the Bengals took the W. I could have been real petty and got back on Twitter and been like, look at you. What you talking about? When I had the Super Bowl, we beat y'all 3 times straight. I just let it go. I ain't even say a word. Because to me, it's like, for one, it's a regular season game. And for two, you can't feed the trolls. Hey, if you out there listening, if you got a Twitter, Instagram, whatever, don't feed the trolls, man. Like, for real. People get off on that. I'm a teacher. Like, it's what I do. And I understand that the kids in the class, it's not like they want me to yell at them. Like, they don't come to school hoping for that. I feel like it's one kid every year that does. But I remember as a kid, nothing was funnier than watching a teacher just get beat red in the face with anger. Like, why are you doing this? How could you do this? We would just sit back and laugh so hard. It would be hilarious. Why is this grown man just yelling at kids? Ha 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 ha. So I don't yell at the kids ever. Like, if I'm yelling at a kid in class, we're probably on a lockdown or active shooter drill, and this kid just can't shut up. I'm going to tell your kid to shut up loudly because I'm trying to get everybody home safe. That's the goal, right? So I might tell your kid to shut up. I might yell at your kid like, shut up. Shut up. I might say that to your kid. That's the only time I will talk like that to your kid, because I don't want to make the kids laugh like, ha ha, look at the teacher. That's how I feel about the trolls, y'all. Don't feed the trolls. Don't yell at the trolls on Twitter. Just let them have their fun. They'll forget about you and go to somebody else. The Bengals play the Browns next. I think I'm going to go 1 minute over my Bengals talk. All right? 1 minute over. The Browns kind of had a Bengals number. I don't know what it is. Like, the Bengals will be coming off a big win, and then the Browns come to town. Or the Bengals will be coming off a really tough loss, and then the Browns come to town. It's weird, man. I feel like the Bengals are finally, like, scratch that itch that is the Browns. 31-17, man. I'm calling it. Bengals 31-17. Bengals get win number 9. Like I said before, I feel like they're going to win probably 4 of these last 6 games. I don't think this will be the game that they lose. All right. Deshaun Watson coming to town. I don't want to talk about Deshaun Watson. I really don't. I don't even want to waste time. I don't even want to waste the energy on that. We moving on. Real talk, man. We moving on. That was 7 minutes. I even warned everybody I was going to do an extra minute. So, my bad. I just don't really want to talk about Deshaun Watson. Like, what's the point? You know what I mean? I'm not even going to get into it any further. So, check it out, y'all. Ohio State has made the college football playoff. Ohio State's playing Georgia in the second game of the CFP. The first game will be Michigan against TCU. Now, it's a lot of people out there like, how could Ohio State make it? Ohio State plays so trash. They got ran over in their own building. The season's been like, whoa. Slow down, Tito. Slow down. Number one, as bad as the Michigan loss was, and if you heard me after the game, you know that LP did not make any excuses. Like, it was not a good game. There was good and bad about that. The good was that If you take away those chunk plays in the second half, this was a really close game in the fourth quarter. People say they got ran over, and that's because of the big chunk plays. You take them out. This was a close game. The bad news is that football don't work that way. Those chunk plays count. Letting that wide receiver get over the safety, all of that counts. So it's like you can kind of see why Ohio State was salty about the game, but on the other hand, it's kind of like we had to play better. And the part that was making me upset wasn't really the game. I wasn't really upset about that. I wasn't upset about the Michigan fans. They get to do what they do. It's been a long drought for them. They gonna talk they talk. We just got to sit back and take it. That's how the rivalry goes. That's why you want to win, so you can talk your talk. I was more upset for the team as a whole. Players like C.J. Stroud, like people that had to go out on that note. Yeah, you got the bowl game, you got all that. It would have been the Rose Bowl. But for me, it was like I think C.J. Stroud is an extremely great player, and I hated for him to go out the way he had to go out in that press conference. He's like, I'm going to have to eat that for the rest of my days. Like, I'm going to have to eat the fact that I didn't win a Big Ten championship. I'm going to have to eat the fact that I never beat Michigan. Like, that stuff hurts. You work lifting weights, you do the extra drills, you do all of that to hit your goals. And I was kind of sorry for him as a person for not being able to hit his goals. Rarely do you get a second chance in life. If you're listening, this is where the whole sports and life mix comes together. In this thing we call life, you very rarely get a second chance to do something that you really, truly want to do. Usually you get the one shot, and if you blow that shot, that's really it. You might get it again, but it won't be the same. The timing won't be right. The opponent won't be the same. It might not matter as much as it did before. And when you get that shot, you might not be able to execute because you don't have the same drive. You don't have the same focus. You don't have the same ability. And I'm not talking about just sports. I'm talking about life in general. So when that chance comes, generally you want to seize it because you might not get it again. For Ohio State, they actually get a second chance. And I know Ryan Day and everybody's like harping on them. Like, look, in life, this don't come around every day. You don't usually get your prayers answered like this. God has other stuff to do. Like he has more important things to do than worry about our foosball team. You feel me? But the powers that be decided to put OSU in the fourth spot. They get to play Georgia. I would be drilling into these boys' head like, look, in 2014, we had people sitting in the same seats that you sitting in right now. And they felt the same way you felt before. They were able to get that second chance because they grinded for it. Y'all grinded for this shot. Like y'all really did. Don't let people tell you like, well, you lost and you backed in. No, you backed in because your resume was good enough. You deserve to be here. Now you have to go prove to everybody that you deserve to be here. Don't worry about who might be next. Don't worry about the fact that you might really get a shot to fix your errors against Michigan. You might get that shot. But it really don't matter if you don't play your absolute best. And I said this on the pod last week, y'all. Nothing in life is worse than somebody coming up to you and going like, man, I could have, but man, the only reason they won is because, man, I would have had that job, but, man, I used to love that girl, and I would have got with her, I would have married her, but, man, that's like the saddest word in the world to me. For real, y'all. Like, it's super sad. When I hear somebody talking like that, I go like, here we go. Somebody singing they shoulda, coulda, woulda. I don't want to hear that. This is what I'm thinking when they saying all that. Like, I don't care. You should have did what you had to do. Or you should at least tried your absolute best so you're not singing this button music to me. Like, so when Ohio State plays, they have to ensure that they don't have a but in their sentence. Even if they lose, they want to be like, look, man, we went out there and played our hand parts off. You saw us out there. We did what we could. We just got bested. That's a perfect sentence. People think losing is the worst thing in the world. And I really don't get that. I never understood that about anybody. I'm constantly telling the kids in my class this on a regular basis. It's like they're afraid to make mistakes. They do not want to get the wrong answer. You'll see the hands go up, Mr. Parker, Mr. Parker. And then I say, I don't think it's right. I'm like, I don't care. Tell me what you think and we can fix it. It might not be right. It might not be. I'm not about to sit up here and tell you everything's gonna be okay. Like, it might be wrong. You out of your mouth might come one of the dumbest things we ever heard. I literally tell kids this. You might say the dumbest thing we ever heard. Then everybody started laughing like ha ha ha. But you gave it a shot. And if you say something that's wrong, we can fix it right now. Like it's a learning thing. It's all learning. But the worst thing you can do is be like, I don't want to do it. I might not get it right. I don't want to play. I might lose. No, it's not the losing that makes you a loser. Like, it's really not. It's not the losing that makes you a loser. It's the not trying. That's what makes you a loser. Like if Ohio State goes out there and they lose 46-3 and they just look like they don't care and they sleepwalk through the whole thing, that's embarrassing. Like, that's embarrassing to me as an alumni. It's not like I'm going to be like, I never want to wear Ohio State stuff again. Like, it's not like that. But we wear Ohio State proudly, like in this house. And a lot of people I know, we wear it proudly. And we simply want one thing. We want them boys to go out there against Georgia and just play Ohio State football. If this means they lose by 10 or 12 or 3 or 6 or 13, that's cool. I mean, it ain't cool. I want the W. But we can live with that. Like, we can live with a loss. It's okay. It's cool. Everything will keep on ticking. Like, we'll wake up in the morning. We'll still be on Eastern Standard Time around here. Like, the birds will still be chirping. Like, it's cool. The harm in all of this is not giving effort. And I don't know, man. It's just something I feel like I'm always saying to the kids in class. It's not you. It's not you getting a bad grade. It's you not showing no work on the test. It's you just writing stuff down because you felt like it. Somebody else got to see. And you can see all the work and you can see the 1 or 2 mistakes they made. I'll get on that paper back. I really I'll get on the whole test back and say, look, you need to fix some stuff. You got to see, but I see where you made your mistakes. See if you can find the mistakes, turn it back in. For real. Because it's not really about the grades, you feel me? It's not. It's more about, can you fix this mistake and get it right so you can remember it? Because you might need it later. Somebody to get an F and they just circling stuff and putting 3x plus 1 equals 17. That's the question. And they put the answer like blue or jello or something like that. Like, come on, man. Really? Why I know how to do it? Okay. When we was in class this whole time, like, did your hand go up and say, I need help? I'm stuck on this. Like, when I walked around and asked, did you need help? I don't need help. Like, come on, man. And that's what this whole thing is about. Like, sporting events, all of this stuff. It's really about effort, man. So I want the Buckeyes to go out there and do what they do. Do what they did all year long. I won't even say that they didn't give the best effort against Michigan. I feel like they were just out of position. You feel me? They were just in places that they shouldn't have been. And I was telling a Michigan fan, we was kind of going back and forth, not angry. It was more like, we was just talking. Penrose Eames, as a matter of fact, like, make sure you check him out. He got a good pod. He a Michigan dude. So, I mean, his taste ain't the best, like, but he a cool dude, man. He got a good pop. Make sure y'all check him out. We was going back and forth, and I was telling him like the Buckeyes would give up one or two of those plays a game where they'll just be out of position and they'll get a bomb dropped on their head. So the first time it happened, Buckeyes fans sitting back like, Jim knows this guy. Oh, this defensive coordinator, he is tripping. It's cool, we'll get it back. Then it happened like 3-4 times. We like, wow, like what's happening? But I wouldn't say that they didn't go out there and try their absolute best. You could tell by the post game that they went out there and gave it their all. It just wasn't good enough. What can you do? So, Buckeyes, if you listen, if you stumbled upon the pod, man, check it out. We simply just want y'all to represent, man. Like, just do what y'all do. And if y'all do that, like, we are very confident that we'll come through with a dub. All right? Like, for real. And you don't have to worry about LP dropping into your messages on some nonsense, man. Like, why do grown-ups do that? Like, y'all grown men just dropping into like college football 18 to 22-year-olds, like, mentions, just talking reckless. Dang, y'all ain't got kids to put to bed or nothing? Like, that's wild. I don't know. I don't get it. Go Bucks. I would love to see O State and Michigan, but if you're looking past Georgia, that's just crazy. I don't have a score prediction yet. We'll figure that out in a couple weeks. We got time. I was gonna jump into this transfer portal stuff, but I kind of don't feel like it. I do a little bit, but I really don't, y'all. Not for real. We'll jump into that next week. I kind of had some gems to drop on that, and it's gonna take me a little bit of time to make sure I got it all right for y'all. Plus, I don't really feel like it. Can I say that? Yeah, this is my pod. I can do that. Man, I gotta be like an owner or something now. Like, once you own a pod, like, you kind of realize you can do whatever you want to do. Man, that's awesome. I recommend it for all of y'all. Y'all heard the promo for Anchor, man. Do that. So, I had dropped not a message. I'm out here tripping. I had dropped a tweet on Twitter. It was real simple. I'm like, give me your most overrated sports movie. Most overrated. Go. Mass people, a whole lot of people. I didn't expect a lot of people to say Any Given Sunday. I didn't see that coming. Not for real. I didn't want to say nothing because I didn't want to show my hand before I drop my stuff on the pod. But I'm like, Any Given Sunday is overrated? Now, LP's not saying Any Given Sunday is the best sports movie ever. It's not even the best football movie ever. I mean, I don't even know if it's top 10. Not for real. But I wouldn't call it overrated. I mean, I would say in order for it to be overrated, it will have to be one of those movies that's like highly acclaimed in the first place. You know, people think it's really, really good, but it's not. Any Given Sunday wasn't like really, really good. So I don't see how it could be overrated when it was already average. Unless you're saying average was too much. In which case, I can argue easily that it's an average movie. Like, there were some really good scenes. Pacino, he overacted a little. I give you that. But his scenes with Jamie Foxx were amazing. Like, for real. Like, he was just kind of like, letting them know, you the quarterback, homie. Like, that's the top spot. You number one, and you can't be selfish with that. And Jamie Foxx didn't really get it until he saw an unselfish quarterback doing this thing. I thought that was dope. Like, for real. It was extra. Like, for real. You got people's eyes literally coming out on the field. Oliver Stone went, I think it was Oliver Stone. Was it Charles Stone or Oliver Stone? One of them Stone boys. They were just going too hard to get like the grunting in there and the hitting and it was a lot. and we know football is a violent sport, but when you see somebody's eyeball on the field, this really happened. But I'm not overselling this. When you see somebody's eyeball on the field, and then somebody comes and just swoops it up, puts it in like a bag of fluid, y'all doing the most. So I wouldn't call it overrated because it was already average. So if you got somebody saying that was the best movie ever, then it's overrated. But I got three overrated sports movies, and I'll give you a movie to watch instead. So my top three, well, actually number three is a tie for me. Like Field of Dreams and Hoosiers, God, they so overrated. I've never seen two movies that are so boring. And you'll notice a theme for these overrated movies too. Like you'll notice a theme. Man, Field of Dreams and Hoosiers was so boring. Like, and Gene Hackman did his thing as the coach at Hoosiers. He did. Like he definitely had one of the best performances in the movie. But for me personally, I just thought the basketball play, it was just so boring. And I know they're playing in a different time period and everything, but it was just so cheesy. Field of Dreams was just so cheesy. Man, I fell asleep twice on Field of Dreams. And I know I'm just talking sacrilegious to a whole lot of people that put Field of Dreams, up at the top of the list of sports movies. It was just boring, man. Like, I can't tell you five things that happened in the movie, and I've been forced to watch it at least 6 times. People telling me, come on, LP, man. We're going to watch it. You're going to make sure that you... Dude, it's boring. The best part about Field of Dreams was the fact that there was a baseball field in the middle of corn. That was wild to me. I'm like, dang, you can play baseball anywhere. Like, other than that, man, I don't know. It just wasn't. Like, for me, Coach Carter is way above Hoosiers. And it's not because they're in an urban setting and things like that. I just thought the messages were so much more relatable. They were so much more realistic. I mean, in Coach Carter, the team that you're following for the entire movie, and you see them hit all these heights, they end up losing in the first round to the team that they played in the preseason and got popped by. If that's not realistic, I don't know what is. Like, all of these awesome lessons came through, and in the end, it's like, dang, they lost, they failed. And it's just like I was saying before, they didn't fail. They won. They just didn't win that game. But most of the kids ended up going to college. They had an awesome season, which was a bounce back from the tremendously poor season they had before. Like, and for baseball movies, man, 42 is just, look, 42 is way above Field of Dreams to me. And again, it is not because I can relate to the skin color. It's more because the baseball action was phenomenal in 42. Like, for real, it was awesome. And there was so much, the interaction, not between just Chadwick Boseman, who played an awesome Jackie Robinson, by the way. It wasn't just him. It was like the surrounding characters, like Pee Wee Reese and the reporter that was following him around and his wife. Like, the supporting characters made a great movie even better. I mean, I would highly recommend, if you're a sports fan, period, if you're just a fan of movies, like, you got to see 42. So I will watch those two movies way before I watch Field of Dreams and Hoosiers. So that was number three. It was like a top number three on my list. Number two, Moneyball. And I put I was surprised that so much more people agree with me when I said Moneyball. Like, you taking a game like baseball. Baseball already has trouble connecting to people. Like, if you like baseball, it's because you like baseball. You care about the analytics, but it's more like if you see a manager tweaking his lineup or something like that, that's stuff you want to see. Nobody wants to see the bean counters bean counting. Like, just sell me the beans. Like for Moneyball, you watching a whole lot of bean counters like shift stuff around. Like let's put this piece. It's like you watching Jenga with money, man. Like play the baseball. Like I'm here to watch baseball. This is a baseball movie, but instead I'm watching an accounting class. Like I teach math all day. I don't want to come home and watch more math. Like I'm math out. And that's what Moneyball is to me. It's like another math class, but I'm not running the math class. I'm sitting there in the math class. If I don't get a degree for it, I don't want to be here. Give me some professional development hours or something. Like, but that don't even happen for me. So it's like I'm just stuck watching Jonah Hill count numbers. I don't care. And it's super like not realistic either because that year I remember the Oakland A's having like a ridiculous pitching staff. I mean, I think they had Barry Zito, Mark Mulder, like they had some goons and they couldn't have been cheap. Like it wasn't like they was plugging it right out of high school and was like, hey, let's get it. You here for $17 an hour. Like it wasn't like that. And, I don't know. Like for me, and a lot of people said Major League was overrated. I'm like, how? You mean Major League 3 back to the minors? That's not overrated. That's not even rated. That's just trash. Like, if you're talking about that, if you're talking about Major League 2, I could see how you could say that's overrated. I mean, you lose Wesley Snipes, you put in Omar Epps. Wasn't really a bad switch, but Omar Epps couldn't play. He couldn't play that Willie Mays Hayes the way that Wesley Snipes did. And Omar Epps is a talented actor. So it wasn't like he played it badly. But Wesley Snipes played the hell out of Willie Mays Hayes. I just don't see how you can like disregard Major League as overrated. That's wild to me. That's like one of the funniest baseball movies around. And if I'm saying that, then it's about Cleveland. like you know something going on with that. I wonder if they're going to change those hats or like, I don't know, try to edit or like, blur the Indian thing out because they're the Guardians now. They should find a way to get the Guardian emblem all over their hats and stuff. It's really weird to just see that Indian just smiling at you so big. They should have changed that a long time ago. I mean, a long time ago. We had trouble with that in the 90s. We were kind of looking at that like 92, 93, like, ooh, it's kind of bad. And that was 92, 93. It was a lot less care about stuff like that. And we were looking at that kind of shifty. That's the worst thing about Major League to me. Other than that, I thought, how can Major League be overrated? Y'all wilding out. Number one on my list, gotta be Rudy. Hands down. If you gave me a list of any one of these movies and you asked me to pick one to not watch forever, it's Rudy. And like I've been saying with all the other movies, it's not like it's necessarily a bad movie. Like, if I'm doing a long task, like, I don't know, entering grades in my digital grade book, grading papers for a test, something that's going to take a while, and you turn Rudy on, I'll let it play in the background. I'll even look up and take a couple of peeks. But man, like, imagine building an entire movie. Imagine building an entire movie off of a dude that got 2 tackles. Bruh. I watched this entire movie. Watch him paint helmets. Watch him fraudulently sneak into classes. To get 2 tackles? Rudy looked like that dude that everybody hated during practice. Nobody's about to chant for Rudy. Like, he just looked like that dude that goes a little bit too hard in practice. Now, as a basketball coach, we love those players at the end of the bench that go hard. We love that. For real. Because what they do is they make everybody else go like, I don't have as much talent as you, but I go so hard that I'm on his team. The best players look at that like, if I go half as hard as him, I'd be dope. They see that and they feed off of that. But they can also tell when dude doing too much. Like when you got dude just diving on the ball for free throws, they looking like, my guy, it's a little much. That's what Rudy looked like. He looked like that dude just like, I'll drink all the water, coach. Let's go. Give it to me. At some point, the coach got to be like, look, man, I'm going to need you to do that at certain points, all right? Right now, you're doing too much. You pissing off your homies. Chill out. And this is not me saying look cool until it's time to play. It's more like you can always tell when somebody's doing a little bit too much. And that's Rudy, man. Like, I just don't understand how they can end up having everybody go like, Rudy, Rudy, when they probably hated his guts. I'm just saying. I would love to talk to somebody that actually played with Rudy so we can get the full blow by blow. Because if he was really that dude and they really appreciated him like that, I'll rescind this whole thing. I'll do another one like next week or the week after where I'm like, everything I thought about Rudy was a lie. Like I would gladly do that. But man, it just looked like, I feel like, and this is no hate to Notre Dame, because as a staff, a record label, and a crew, I think they cool. But they have so much visibility, right? If Rudy played for Arizona, or Rudy played for like Virginia Tech or for Washington or something like that, you really think we getting this gas up over 2 tackles? Like, for real. You really think everybody gonna like go to the movie theater and buy tickets and buy expensive popcorn and jujubes and super large drinks that can't even fit into the seat because they so big? You think everybody going through that to watch somebody from Minnesota or from Michigan State make 2 tackles? No. But it's Notre Dame. You know, touchdown Jesus and all of that. So you see from Notre Dame, it's a little bit different. I'm just saying. For my money, there are like 8 or 9 football movies I will watch. Remember the Titans. I mean, not the program. That was definitely mid-range. Yeah, it was definitely mid-range. But there's so many football movies out there. Brian's Song, like, Rudy's not even on the middle of the list for me. Like I said, that's background music for me. Like, you can give me some background noise while I'm like, I don't know, if I'm putting up the Christmas tree and I'm a little bit tired of watching Home Alone because I done seen it like 11 times, and then Home Alone 2 come on right after, I'm like, dude, I can't watch this lady lose her kid twice. I can't watch this man get on his wife for losing the kid twice when it was half his fault. I can't do that. I'll just turn on Rudy and just let it play while I'm getting stuff together. That's what Rudy does for me. Like, now I got myself all worked up. Those are movies that I feel like are overrated. If you got one that you feel like is overrated, or if you disagree, make sure you hit me on my line or whatever, leave an anchor message, hit me on Twitter. I'll be happy to respond. Now, if you're doing troll stuff, don't expect a response. We went over that in the beginning, all right? You might get muted, so you'll never know that you're not getting responded to. But for the most part, all is fair. Hit me up. Happy to converse. Just let me know what's up. And on that note, we are about to roll up out of here. Next week, I'm gonna go ahead and have my kid on the pod. So if she's listening, you are up next. So We'll do a little Q&A with her, so it should be good times. Make sure y'all stick and stay for next week. And as always, y'all, life is good. Go Bucks, who they, all that. Peace out, y'all. If you're not ready for the conversation to end, I'm not either. Make sure to catch me on Twitter. That's a Cincy fan talking. Leave off the G at the end of it, and we can keep the conversation going. Also, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button so you can catch the next episodes. The episodes will drop every Tuesday. If there's a change in that, I'll make sure to let you know. Appreciate the support. As always, life is good.